there's been some news recently about the legalization of marijuana in New York State.
I have a theory.
Is it okay?
It's a political theory. It has nothing to do with the actual legalization stuff. But my roommate and I were talking about it last night. That now that like Cuomo's he was on everybody's good side. Now he's on everybody's bad side, and he doesn't want to resign or anything. And he was the only thing previously stopping the process from like weed getting legalized in New York State. So I think now he's just like, I want people to like me again. Let's just make drugs legal.
Yes. That is the reason why we're going to get it. Not because of all of the tax benefits and things like that, but just because Cuomo touched some people that he should not have and also killed all those old folks and lied about it.
Killed a lot of old folks, gave a couple unsolicited kisses, and now we're going to be able to recreationally
Did you see him
smoke weed.
Grab that woman's
face?
I
didn't like that
weird.
at all. I didn't like that at all.
I don't think she did either.
I also saw a thing that it's probably going to be it's probably going to go into effect next year.
The legalization.
Yeah. And I saw a thing that use on sale and use on property will not be allowed in establishments that sell alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that means the creation of like weed bars. Like, instead of going out to, like, let's go out and have some drinks, people are going to be like, yo, let's go out and, like, to this bar where it's just filled with, like, couches and all they sell is, like, nachos and mozzarella sticks. And instead of, like lights and, like, EDM music, it's just dark and there's just, like, Seth Rogen movies playing all the time.
That's
what I would do if I was going to own one.
Because there are, like, kind of places like that already that
like,
are very similar, to like hookah lounge type place. Like they have that kind of atmosphere to them. But I think you're really onto something there because with the, expanded use that's going to happen once it's legalized, what you're talking about is kind of the sports bar equivalent to marijuana. And that is another $1 million idea. Let's just call this the $1 Million Idea Podcast, which is definitely a name that's already taken. But this is where it's actually accurate, is on this show.
Yeah, we're 2 for 2 today.
2 for 2. So, yes, it's going to go into effect. Earliest is probably going to be December of 2022.
And, like,
just in time for Christmas, little note to everybody.
That's what you're going to ask for Christmas?
Well, I'm not going to ask for it, but I feel like people know what to get me now that it's going to happen.
I'll get you an ace for Christmas.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Just a little something.
I mean, it's all right. I've got enough shirts.
And, like, it's actually a way better business model than a bar, too. Because you don't need to worry. You don't need to worry about security.
Because everybody's just so sedated.
They're going to be stoned. And, like, there's going to be, like, different types of people. There's going to be, like, the people that go there, and they're the type of people that, like, smoke, and then they want to, like, clean and stuff. I wouldn't even hire staff. I'd just, like, offer different strains, and when the people come in that like strains that, like, make them feel productive, they'll just start doing it for you.
I think there's a liability issue there.
No,
I like the idea of like an interactive experience in that sense.
It's like when you know when you go into like a local barber shop and there's always one guy like sweeping up for the barber. It'd be like that.
Yeah, that could work.
And that's another idea too. Is a barber shop where they
smoke weed. That's a phenomenal idea.
Like you come in and you sit down in your chair and like they hand you like a pre-rolled.
Right, because I'm pretty sure some places will do that with like cigars and stuff already, right? Like the really nice ones have.
Yeah,
like
I know that you're not allowed to. I know that you're not allowed to sell food in a barber shop, but I do know that there's at least one barber shop in Buffalo that also has its own bar where you can actually just go to the bar. You don't have to be there for a haircut. It's got a full bar inside of it. I don't know what it's called, but I know some people that used to go there.
But yeah, that is a really good idea.
Yeah,
I think. Yeah, a lot of money is going to come into the state that way, and they're saying that a lot of it is going to be because they're estimating like $350 million a year is going to come in from weed sales, and they're saying that a portion of that is the plan
of tax money that comes from
right
weed
that would like go to the state. And they're saying that a portion of that is going to go to neighborhoods, like impoverished neighborhoods, where they've been the ones, like people who live there have been by the weed laws now, like a lot of people getting arrested and stuff. I don't think there's any way that's actually going to happen. I think but what's funny about that is like, I think that's kind of a
justification.
Yes, it's a justification that makes all of the like real like dumb like fake woke people.
You think Kamala Harris is pissed about this? Isn't she super like?
She sent a lot of people to jail for weed offenses and stuff. That is true. But I don't think she'd be mad about it. At least not publicly, for sure.
I think somebody should. I'm gonna go to jail for saying that. Like somehow somebody that's like friends with her, like should just like get her super stoned one day, like as a joke.
I mean, it could happen.
I don't think that the vice president can be high though.
If JFK can be on meth,
but picture this. Meth is a different beast because picture Kamala Harris is like
Kamala Harris or Kamala. Care. I've heard some people.
I don't even care,
but it's not Camila.
And it doesn't have to be her. It could be anybody right? Anybody who is in like a position that is obviously that powerful. Like, what if you're like, finally, night off, like just gonna like do a little like marijuana and like watch a movie and hang out. And all of a sudden, like, your phone rings and you're like, it's Putin. Like, he's threatening to, like, nuke us. And you're sitting there and you just, like, smoked some weed. And now you're like, oh, shit.
That's the risk.
They're like,
I guess,
where's the vice president? And they walk in and he's just, like, in his closet under a blanket. He's like, they're going to nuke the shit out of us. He's like, this is my only play.
Well, I guess that's just the risk in general. Because, like, presidents definitely drink. Probably.
Yeah, but I don't think that. I think about this a lot because like my anxiety would never allow me to like if there's like a chance that I'm gonna have something to do like drink. I like to like be completely like prepared to handle a situation. So if I was like a president, I don't even think I would ever drink because I'd be so stressed out all the time. Like, what if I have to do something? I'm sure they have like a drink, but I doubt the president ever like gets tuned up.
I think the president gets pretty loaded.